What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Friday. We got a 15-game slate here tonight. Super excited about it, but I got it broken down for you with just 6 guys. My favorite 6 on the slate: 2 pitchers, 4 batters, to hopefully give you some great production. So before we get going, if you could slap that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's try to get over 80 likes in this video. If we can hit that, thank you so much. Means a lot. Let's hop right into it, though. First guy up, I'm going to go with Chris Sale here at 10,800. Had to face the Astros twice in a row. A little bit of tough luck there. Second time around, normally a team is already adjusted to your stuff, and then it's a little bit tougher to go after him again. But the first start, he was getting a lot of Ks against a team that doesn't really strike out that much, but he really just struggled with his command. 5 walks, only 5.1 innings. But now going against the Yankees team that has a lot more free swinging, they can strike out a lot, and against those type of opponents, recently the guy has been amazing. Colorado, 17 Ks, 44, 14 Ks against Baltimore, 10 against the White Sox, 33 DraftKings points. So just very good upside. And I think with a 1-6 record, he's probably still very angry about that. Motivated to bounce back here, get a lot of Ks, and really work through this Yankees lineup very quickly. They've been worse against left-handed pitchers, so I think Sale is a good shot of taking him down here tonight. He has a 32% K rate and 186 plate appearances against them, and only a 213 average. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to get a little bit risky here, considering how bad he's been this year, but Foltynewicz, this guy had a really good start last time out. He had a nice 6 innings, only allowed 5 hits, 7 Ks against the St. Louis lineup that has been hitting pretty well this year. And now he has a good test, not a good test, a good spot for him to really go off again here, going against the Detroit Tigers team. I mean, he's had some tough spots. I mean, against Milwaukee, one of the best lineups. Against the Dodgers, one of the best lineups. San Diego, a little bit disappointing there. But against Colorado, they can be very good. So this is probably the easiest test he's had. The Tigers team has struck out a lot against right-handed pitchers on the year. They're a lot better against lefties because Castellanos is a lot better against lefties. Some other guys that can give a little bit more production, I would say. And they have a lot of right-handed batters. So Foltynewicz hopefully can get into a groove here again. Get some more Ks. The guy had a 27% K rate last year. Had an extremely good year. So hopefully that last start will spark his ability from last year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. So you got Chris Sale, Foltynewicz, 2 guys, really good spots for strikeout upside and have a good shot to get in the win as well. And for my first hitter, I'm going to go with Trey Mancini. He's been a little bit quiet recently, but when this guy got going in the beginning of the year, especially against lefties, he was putting up some huge power numbers. He has a 258 ISO and a 50% hard contact rate against lefties. He's going against one tonight, and Drew Pomeranz, who's been allowing a lot of power to right-handed batters, allowing 2.4 home runs per 9 to them. And this is a big park downgrade for him, going from San Fran to Baltimore. We got some winds blowing out as well. So I think Mancini has a really good shot of going deep in this game, and we're getting him at a discounted price at $4,600 because he had been struggling a little bit recently. But I think he can get back to his power ways against a guy like Pomeranz or who over the last few years, he's just been getting hit pretty damn hard for power against righties. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. Actually, I want to put him in the outfield there as I got a first baseman after this a little bit later. So for my second guy, though, we're going to go with Ohtani here. I mean, he's been very quiet to start the year. This is the guy that was a very good hitter last year for the Angels. He had a 344 ISO or 341. I can't tell what I wrote down there, but he had an amazing power against right-handed pitchers. And going against Mike Leake here, this is the guy that's been allowing a lot of home runs and power this year. He's not a good strikeout pitcher. That's really been Ohtani's biggest weakness so far in his hitting ability, I would say, is that he strikes out a good amount. So against Mike Leake, not as much of that downside with the strikeouts against him. And they're implied 5 runs. Ohtani probably batting like third or so in the lineup again. And I think he can have a really good night. I mean, he does have some stolen base ability as well. He had 10 stolen bases last year. They're implied 5 runs. Not sure if I said that. But $3,800, cheap price tag for a guy of his upside. I mean, he had monster games last year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. Really good spot for him. And for my third guy, I'm going to go with Brandon Belt at 4,100. Actually, I could have put Brandon Belt in the outfield, but we'll put him in at first base there as well. Park upgrade, huge park upgrade for him. He's been very good outside of San Fran. If you look at the splits here, 6 home runs compared to 2 at home. 2.2 more fantasy points per game. And he's going against a pitcher in Cashner, who's been a lot worse against righties so far this year, but still in his career. Last year in a bigger sample, he gave up more home runs to lefties. So I think this might be a little bit of a weird kind of stat so far. I mean, I think Brandon Belt against a right-handed pitcher, this guy always has a crazy power. He's 6 for 22 against Cashner, 2 doubles and a home run. So he's shown off that extra base ability. And he has a 274 ISO versus righties so far in the year. And I always love Brandon Belt and those home run friendly parks because he just has great power. And I mean, I think San Fran, their environment there, the park he plays, and really holds him back for his power ability. But I think in this spot against Cashner, really bad bullpen, I think he can get to work and have a good outing here. So that's my third hitter. And for my final guy, I'm going to go with Jose Ramirez again. He did pretty well last night, only 9 DraftKings points. But I think he can have another big game here. Now he's going on the left side of the plate against a righty. He has been worse against righties so far this year, but he was a lot better against righties last year. And going against Dylan Covey, not a great pitcher. I think Jose Ramirez is a good shot of getting some extra base hits here and also showing off some stolen base ability if he gets a single or something like that. So last year, like I said, he had a 315 ISO versus righties, so really good power. And like I said, that stolen base ability, 14 stolen bases on the year. So at 4,100 for a guy that showed off that much power last year and has that much stolen base ability, it's a really good price for a guy of his upside. And going against Dylan Covey, not a good pitcher. The Indians couldn't definitely get a lot of runs in this kind of situation. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you got Chris Sale, Phil Newicks, Brandon Belt, Jose Ramirez, Mancini, and Ohtani. I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. 80 plus likes, like I said, is the goal. Let's see if we can hit that. Thank you. You can comment any questions down below if you have any. If you want me my opinion on any other players. We had some tough luck yesterday with the pitching. Kikuchi was just awful against the Angels, somehow just letting up hit after hit to some questionable batters, letting up hits too. So that was really tough. We did get 2 home runs with Chu and Mazzara, and then Jose Ramirez was 9 DK points. Disappointing from Joey Gallo. He got walked once and didn't get any power, but all in all, not a bad night, but I think we'll have a much better night here tonight. So good luck, and we'll see you back here again next time.